wish I watched your videos before. I wanted to enroll for an online live class course because I am not someone who is comfortable with only a pre-recorded lecture. I want someone to guide me, to inspire me, to give me a systematic, structured weekly study plan. I want someone to speak to me when I am low. I want someone to help me out, right, in solving few of the doubts. Please launch a live online course based on huge demand from the serious and sincere students. Starting from June 1st, I will be starting an CAT 2020 live class crash course. This entire year, I plan to launch only 2 batches. CAT exam success is nothing but learn, practice, rinse, repeat, achieve. This is the thumb rule for a CAT examination, right? Suppose you have watched the video lectures, then all the mock papers which I prepared, 15 mock papers video analysis of quant and LRDI also I will give it to you as a part of the course, so that you will come to know if Anil Nair is attempting the paper, on what basis he will choose the question, and probably with at watching more and more video analysis, the test will be right directly. I will tell you the paper, how I attempt the paper. With this you will develop a strategy on how to attempt the paper. What will be the validity of the course? Validity of the course will be 8 months from the date of joining. If you join from on June 1st, calculate 8 months. Hi all, very happy morning to each and every viewer. On Sunday, we will try to make our day the most productive day in terms of learning a lot of concepts related to algebra. Today, I plan to take 2 workshops. Each workshop is of minimum 2 hours, or it could be maximum 3 hours, depending upon how many problems will cover it up. Students, please make a note of it. All the workshops are purely CAT specific. All the workshops are of purely CAT specific, where I will be starting from basics. Then I will go to the advanced level. Basics to advanced level. You will find a lot of replica of CAT problems in our workshop. CAT problems. I tried my level best not to take any original CAT question, but create some more questions based upon previous year CAT questions, so that you are very well prepared for any surprises. Right now, in this algebra workshop 1, as you can see it, the topic will be on quadratic equations. Quadratic equations, entire high conceptual topics, we will cover it on quadratic equations. Kindly listen to the class with utmost attention. I will give close to 4 to 6 hours of my Sunday's time in helping the students learn some more concepts. Algebra workshop 1. Kindly sit in the class with a notebook and a pen. Kindly sit in the class with a notebook and a pen. With a notebook and a pen. Now, before I start the class, yesterday we took the class on digits, right? In digits, as one of the student rightly pointed out, there is a counting mistake. Nancy pointed out that there is a counting mistake. Please read the comment pinned, so that you will not do that mistake in your class. It is not 4 factorial into 50,000 plus some more numbers we got. There was a calculation mistake at 2 hours 53 seconds in the yesterday's class. Please make a note of that mistake. In case if you are watching this video for the first time, please go back and watch the previous videos. It will be of great help to you in terms of learning some concepts. I hope you are all ready. Let us not waste time. Once we get into the class, it's purely academic content only. Let us keep that seriousness intact, right? Kindly let me know in the live chat, are you facing any audio issues? Are you facing any audio issues? Are you facing any streaming issues? Any audio issues or any streaming issues? Kindly let me know in the live chat so that I will start with the class. Right? 95% of the questions what you are going to see in the CAT workshop, that is on quadratic equation, is something which probably you have not seen in any of the regular textbooks or any of the YouTube channels. I tried my level best to create highly conceptual, relevant exam model questions for you, so that it will not be any surprise for you when you solve the mock paper and after watching my class. I hope there are no issues. Let us straight away get into the class. 10-15 minutes, right? We will get into the class. As you know, those who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Anil Nair. This is one of the CAT batches which has happened some years before. The class starts at 9 a.m. and 8:15. Entire auditorium will be jam-packed, and the classes will happen on Saturdays and Sundays. Good number of 100 percentilers came out from this batch. Now, in case if you are someone who believes in any of the things in the left hand side, you believe in cramming information, you believe in mugging out the formulae, you believe in not asking the why behind the question, just taking and copying it in the notes, then this Anil Nair classes YouTube channel is not for you. If you want to know the logic behind the formulae, you want to understand the proof behind some of the very good concepts in quadratic equation, right? You want to question the existing concepts and find out the 100 feet analysis of a particular concept, this class is for you. Now, entire class Algebra CAT Workshop 1. Algebra CAT Workshop 1. How many of you need a fundamentals of quadratic expression revision? Kindly reply in the live chat if you want first 5 to 10 minutes of revision, then we will get into a CAT questions. If you want revision, please say yes, yes, yes in the live chat, so that I will mold my class accordingly. We will only discuss questions based on quadratic equations. If you want a quick 5 to 10 minutes revision of all the concepts in quadratic equations, I will do it. Then I will solve some very, very good problems in quadratic equation. Kindly reply in the live chat if you want a quick recap of all the important fundamentals. Quick recap of all the fundamentals. In case if you want it, please type yes in the live chat. Quick recap of all fundamentals. Right? Now, please write down some important key points. Important key points. Let us do a quick recap of all fundamentals. Then we will get into a CAT level questions. A quadratic equation. A quadratic expression. A quadratic expression is an expression with degree 2. A quadratic expression is an expression with degree 2. The general form of the quadratic expression is ax square plus bx plus c, a not equivalent to 0, right? So, if an expression is equated with 0, if an expression is equated with 0, then I will get a quadratic equation. Then I will get a quadratic equation. Then I will get a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. Third point, what is the difference between a quadratic expression and quadratic equation? If a quadratic equation is equated with 0, right, then we will get the roots for the quadratic expression. A quadratic expression is not equated with 0. A quadratic equation is equated with 0. If an expression is equated with 0, then an expression can be called as an equation. As the name rightly says, equations, it is equated with. So, ax square plus bx plus c, it is nothing but a into x square minus of minus b by ax plus c by a. This is nothing but a into x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta These are nothing but a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Please make a note of this important key point. Ax square plus bx plus c can also be written as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Alpha plus beta, it is minus b by a. Alpha plus beta, it is sum of the roots. Alpha beta, it is c by a, which is product of the roots. Sum of the roots, it is right minus b by a, and product of the roots is c by a. I hope it is clear. Alpha plus beta minus b by a, sum of the roots alpha beta, it is c by a. Now listen carefully, sir. This is a very important key point for me to extend the logic to an higher order equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Similarly, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, these are nothing but a into x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma. If the degree of the equation is 2, then you can write it as a into x minus alpha, x minus beta, because there are two roots, alpha and beta. If the degree is 3, a into x minus alpha, x minus beta, x minus gamma. Now, please make a note of it. Make a note of it. X square minus 5x plus 6 equivalent to 0. X square minus 5x plus 6 equivalent to 0. X minus 2 into x minus 3 equivalent to 0. X is nothing but 2 comma 3. So, how many positive real roots it has got? Number of positive real roots. Number of positive real roots it has got is 2. Number of negative real roots. Number of negative real roots, it is nothing but 0, right? 0 is not the root. 0 is not the root. Why 0 is not the root? If the constant is present in the question, if the constant is present in the question, then 0 cannot be the root. Then 0 cannot be the root. What is important to me? What is important to me is nothing but how to find the number of positive real roots and how to find the number of negative real roots. Descartes' rule of sign, extremely important. Descartes' rule of signs. Start from right hand side. Start from right hand side. Count the number of sign changes. Count the number of sign changes. Count the number of sign changes. Positive is becoming a negative, one sign change. Negative is becoming positive. So there are two sign changes. If there are two sign changes, how many positive real roots will come? How many positive real roots will come? 2 positive real roots will come. Now you might ask me a very good question. Sir, why because of the change in sign the number of positive real roots are determined? That could be your doubt. Why because of it the number of sign changes, the number of positive real roots are coming. Again, please make a note of this point. If he gives any polynomial equation, how to find out the number of positive real roots? Start from the constant. Count the number of sign changes. A sign change is where the positive is becoming a negative or negative is becoming positive. Positive is becoming a negative. Negative is becoming positive. So there are two sign changes. If there are two sign changes, then the number of positive real roots are nothing but 2. Then we will go into the higher order Descartes rule. Once you get the imaginary roots, it is not only 2 but it goes with a difference of even number. That I will discuss when I am discussing the CAT workshop. As of now, simple quadratic equation, I will restrict my definition. Sir, why it is happening? How the sign changes are related to the number of positive real roots? See here, x square minus 5x plus 6 equivalent to 0. If I compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. A is nothing but 1, which is nothing but 0, greater than 0. I hope it is clear. Sum of the roots, it is nothing but minus b by a. Product of the roots, it is nothing but c by a. A is nothing but positive. A is nothing but positive, right? Now see here, b value is alpha and beta. If I want the positive real roots, if I am determining the positive real roots, if I am determining the positive real roots, alpha and beta both are positive. Positive plus positive, these left hand side value will be positive. So if it is positive, beta b has to be negative. Are you all with me? Negative into negative, it is positive. It is positive, right? So then alpha beta, if both of them are positive, this is positive. A anyway it is greater than 0. C should be greater than 0, because positive by positive can only become positive. That means if the left hand side is positive, if the left hand side is positive, what is that we determined? What is that we determined? Ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. If A is positive, if A is positive, B is coming out to be negative and C is coming out to be positive. Are you all with me? So how many sign changes are there? Positive to negative, negative to positive. So how many positive real roots that we got? 2 positive real roots we got. That is what exactly we did it. Positive to negative, negative to positive. Are you all with me? Positive to negative and negative to positive. So another case we will do it. So by using sum of the roots and product of the roots, you can check the behavior of the coefficients of a, b and c if a is known. Ax square plus bx plus c, it is equivalent to 0. If in the question he gave it as a and alpha and beta are positive real roots, if it is positive real roots, what is the nature of b and what is the nature of c? Whether it is positive, whether it is negative. So it will be alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a, right? Assume that he gave a greater than 0, or we will put the case here, case 1. Case 1, if a is greater than 0, alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a, this will be positive, this is positive, and this is nothing but negative. So what is the nature of b? If a is greater than 0 and alpha beta are positive real roots, b is negative. Case 2, in that one, same thing, alpha beta equivalent to c by a, this is positive, a is positive, so c will be positive. So case 1, if a is greater than 0, b is negative and c will be greater than 0. Extremely useful in solving some tough level questions by using answer options. If alpha and beta are positive real roots and a is greater than 0, what is the condition for b and c? B will be negative and b will be negative and c will be greater than 0. Case 2, let us see case number 2. If a is less than 0, if a is less than 0, alpha plus beta is minus b by a. What are alpha and beta? They are all positive real roots. They are all positive real roots. So these are nothing but positive. A is nothing but negative. A is nothing but negative. So beta will be positive. Why? Because negative into positive will be negative. Negative by negative it will be positive. So beta will be positive. If beta is positive, alpha beta equivalent to c by a. So alpha beta both are positive. It is positive. It is negative. C will be negative. C will be negative. C will be negative. I hope the idea it is clear. I hope the idea it is clear. Very, very simple concept, but very good quality CAT questions can be solved by using this logic. I hope the idea it is clear. Next one, another important point, alpha, beta are positive, then you can do it. Generally, people just go through the basic concepts and they think that that is quadratic equation, no beta. Alpha, beta, both are negative real roots. If they are both negative real roots, case number 1, a is greater than 0, alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a. Both are negative. Negative, negative, if I add it will be negative, and it is positive. It is positive. So B has to be positive, because negative into positive is negative. Negative by positive is negative. So B has to be positive. B has to be positive. Next one, alpha beta equivalent to C by A. Negative into negative, it will be positive. A is nothing but greater than 0. C is nothing but positive. You don't need to remember anything. You can conclude it by using sum of the roots and the product of the roots. If you are good in sum of the roots and product of the roots, that is enough for you to solve it. I hope you got this idea. I hope you got this idea. Right? Now, suppose it is for you to do little bit of research. If alpha is positive and beta is negative, if alpha is positive, beta is negative, there are 3 cases that you will get. Alpha is 2, beta is minus 2. Both sum of the roots will become 0. Alpha is 3, beta is minus 2. Alpha plus beta is positive. Alpha is 2, beta is minus 3. So if one is positive, one is negative, sum of the roots at times I am getting 0, at times I am getting positive, at times I am getting negative. So alpha plus beta nature, unless and until I know the values of alpha and beta, I cannot determine it uniquely. Please make a note of it. Don't take one case and try to generalize it. Very, very important, Descartes rule of signs. What is Descartes rule of signs? Descartes rule of signs helps us in determining the maximum number of positive real roots and maximum number of negative real roots, and whether constant is there. If the constant is there, 0 is not a root of the equation. Very, very high level concept using the simplest of the problems. Kindly listen to the every point of mine. Then you can solve the original CAT questions in a jiffy. Otherwise, if you do not know any of these thorough understanding of fundamentals, you cannot solve. Are you a student preparing for Staff Selection Commission? Please watch this class also, because from last few years, the kind of questions that are coming in algebra are little at a CAT level, especially from 2017 onwards, Staff Selection Commission paper. XAT, the kind of questions that comes in algebra are extremely of very good quality. Right? Next one. Next, suppose we determined f of x is nothing but x square minus 5x plus 6. Replace x with minus x. Replace x with minus x. So f of minus x will become x square plus 5x plus 6. Then count the number of sign changes. Then count the number of sign changes from right hand side. Count the number of sign changes from right hand side. Positive, positive, no sign change. Positive, positive, no sign change. So there are no negative real roots. There are no negative real roots. There are no negative real roots. I hope it is clear. There are no negative real roots. There are no negative real roots. I hope it is clear. There are no negative real roots. Now if you see here, this point it is clear. Higher polynomial also we can use this question. Next one. Next one. Ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. Only when a, b, c are rational. Only when a and a, b, a, c are rational numbers, if one root is p plus root q, another root is p minus root q. Only when A, B, C are rational numbers. Tick mark it. Most of the students go through an half knowledge. If A, B, C are real numbers, if one root is p plus root q, another root cannot be determined. It can be p minus root q, or it can be root q minus p. It can be, right? More than one ways are there. Other root cannot be determined uniquely. Please make a note of it. Only when the coefficients are rational numbers, then only roots happen in pairs. Roots comes in pairs, or in other words, conjugate surds will be the roots only when A, B, C are rational. If A, B, C are real numbers, write it. It is not mandatory. Right? Directly don't take if one root is 2 plus root 3. Don't take the other root as 2 minus root 3 without checking the coefficients of x square, x and constant. It should be specified in the question that A, B, C are rational numbers. Then only if one root is p plus root q, another root will be p minus root q. I hope this idea is clear. Next one. Sir, what if it is cubic equation? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equivalent to 0. If A, B, C, D are rational numbers, very, very important learning. B square less than 2ac is the condition for the roots to be imaginary. B square less than 2ac is the condition for the roots to be imaginary. Imaginary roots happens in pairs, I1, I2 and R. For if all the roots are real, then the condition is B square greater than or equivalent to 2ac. Real roots will be there. Real roots means R1, R2 and R3. R1, R2 and R3. Praveen, R1, R2 and R3. Sir, how you got this? This is nothing but sum of the roots taken one at a time. It is minus b by a. Fan shift. Right? Now, sum of the roots taken 2 at a time. It is c by a. Right? So, alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square greater than or equivalent to 0. So, alpha plus beta plus gamma square minus 2 into alpha beta beta gamma greater than or equivalent to 0. So, b square by a square minus 2 into c by a greater than or equivalent to 0. B square greater than or equivalent to 2ac. When it will be greater than or equivalent to 0? When all the roots are real. A square function will be greater than or equivalent to 0 when only it is real. Only it is real. Switch off it. Only if it is real. Only if it is real. Right? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equivalent to 0. Sum of the roots taken one at a time, it is nothing but minus b by a. 2 at a time is nothing but c by a. If alpha, beta, gamma are real, alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square is greater than or equivalent to 0. A square plus b square plus c square greater than or equivalent to 0. That means a plus b plus c whole square minus 2 into ab plus bc plus ac greater than or equivalent to 0. Very, very important point. In most of the textbooks, this point will not be there. B square less than 2ac is the condition for the roots to be imaginary in a cubic equation. I hope it is clear. Suppose, very important key point, if he says that, right, okay, we will do it in cubic equation. If two roots are common, there is a quadratic expression which is given, and there is a cubic equation that is given. If two roots are common, means, suppose this has got R1 and R2, this will also have R1 and R2, or if it has got I1 and I2, this will also have I1 and I2. Is it clear? I1, R1, it is not possible. Either both of them will be real, or both of them will be imaginary, That anyway in a CAT level, that question I will solve it. Is it clear? Extremely important point. Take a screenshot of this, because most of the students think that these cubic equation questions are difficult because you do not know this. Please make a note of it. I hope it is clear. I am not going to solve the regular questions in the class. It is a CAT specific workshop. Understand the concept and solve the CAT level questions. Next one, another important key point. Maxima and minima of quadratic equations. Maxima and a minima of a quadratic equations. Extremely important slide, sir. Maxima and minima of a quadratic equations. The diagrams are not drawn to the scale. It is just for our understanding. It is not drawn to the scale. Now see here. This graph, I will tell you what is this graph, what is the importance of this graph. This is for ax square plus bx plus c. This is a quadratic expression, ax square plus bx plus c. The graph is going upwards. That means a is greater than 0, right? The graph is cutting the axis at 2 points. If the graph is cutting the axis at 2 points, I will get 2 positive real roots, right? The graph is going upwards, so I will get the minimum value at minus b by dA, and the value is minus d by 4a. I will tell you from where we got minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a. Please see here, sir. If ax square plus bx plus c, if there is a quadratic expression and a is greater than 0, then there are 2 roots. I will take an example. X square minus 5x plus 6 equivalent to 0. It is nothing but x equivalent to 2 comma 3. This I will do it in the next slide. What is this minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a? Extremely important key point. Ax square plus bx plus c. The graph is going upwards. This expression has got minimum value. At x equivalent to minus b by 2a. Maximum value, it is going upwards, so it is nothing but plus infinite. Another important point. This is minus b by 2a. There is one root which is less than minus b by 2a. There is one root which is greater than minus b by 2a. Please write down. There is one root alpha which is less than minus b by 2a. There is one root beta which is greater than minus b by 2a. There is one root which is greater than minus b by 2a. So what is this graph? This graph is for ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. A greater than 0 and discriminant greater than 0. D is called the discriminant. D is called the discriminant. Discriminant for a quadratic expression is b square minus 4ac. Discriminant is greater than 0. If discriminant is greater than 0, I will get real and unequal roots. So if he says what will be the behavior of the graph for real and unequal roots, the graph will go upwards, the graph will touch the axis at 2 points. There are 2 roots, one root will be less than minus b by 2a, another root will be greater than minus b by 2a. Another graph will be, this is the graph, this is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c. This is where a is greater than 0, d is equivalent to 0. D is equivalent to 0 means the roots will be real and equal. Because 2 roots are equal, only one cut at x-axis will be there. Only one cut at x-axis will be there. Another important point, what is a root? Root is at a point where the graph will touch the x-axis. If a graph is touching the x-axis, that point is called the root. That point is called the root. Next one, the graph is going upwards. Ax square plus bx plus c. This is the graph. A is nothing but greater than 0. D is nothing but less than 0. Then the roots are imaginary. Then the roots are imaginary. Then the roots are imaginary. If the roots are imaginary, the graph will not touch the axis. The graph will not touch the axis if the roots are imaginary. So it could be positive, positive, first quadrant positive, positive, second quadrant negative, positive, third quadrant negative, negative, fourth quadrant positive, negative. So the graph will be, see here sir, the graph can be like this. The graph can be like this. The graph can be like this. In all these cases, x positive, y positive. Y is nothing but the graph. Y is ax square plus bx plus c. Y is positive. Right here also, x negative, y positive. Anything above x-axis, this is nothing but the x-axis. Anything above x-axis, y is greater than 0. Extremely important point, ax square plus bx plus c, it is greater than 0 only if a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0. Please make a note of it, sir. Extremely important. A lot of good questions can be developed from this, and a lot of previous year management exams questions also came from this topic. A quadratic expression, extremely important concept, sir. A quadratic expression will be greater than 0 only if a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0. If a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0, what is a here? A is nothing but coefficient of x square. A is nothing but coefficient of x square. D is nothing but discriminant. If the discriminant is less than 0 and coefficient of x square is greater than 0, then the expression is always greater than 0. Then the expression is always greater than 0. Kindly take a screenshot of this. Extremely important topic in quadratic expression. Extremely important concept in quadratic expression. See here, from my last 15 years understanding of quadratic equations topic in CAT and other management examination, the most repeated subtopics are, right, definition related problems, problems based on definition related problems, maxima and minima related problems, common root related problems, right, questions based on roots related problems and miscellaneous problems. Definition means sum of the roots, product of the roots, cube of the roots, behavior of the graph when the roots are reciprocal to each other, when the roots are equal and opposite sign. All the problems comes under definition related problems. Maxima and minima we are going to solve. Common root also we are going to solve, right? If two curves are given, root, behavior of the roots, and some miscellaneous problems. Miscellaneous problems are the problems which are not of this far. These are the 5 most important subtopic questions that are coming from quadratic equations in your examination. Now another question is, what will happen if a is less than 0? If a is less than 0, the graph will be inverted. The graph will be inverted. So this is the graph for ax square plus bx plus c. If a is less than 0, d is greater than 0. D greater than 0 means the roots are real and unequal. So definitely there will be 2 points at which the curve will intersect. D is nothing but ax square plus bx plus c. A is less than 0, D is equivalent to 0. This is the graph for ax square plus bx plus c. A is less than 0 and D is less than 0. D is less than 0, right? D greater than 0 means real and unequal. D is greater than 0 means real and unequal. D equivalent to 0 means real and equal. D is less than 0 means roots are imaginary. Imaginary roots will never cut the axis. Imaginary points cannot be plotted on an coordinate axis. What is important for me is the next point. The graph can be like this. The graph can be like this. The graph can be like this. If you see here, positive, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. These is nothing but, if you observe, y is always negative. So it is positive, negative, and it is negative, negative. These negative, negative. If you observe all the 3 graphs, the graph is lying down the x-axis. The graph is down the x-axis. If the graph is down the x-axis, if the graph is down the x-axis, y value will always be less than 0. What is y value? Ax square plus bx plus c. That means ax square plus bx plus c, it is always less than 0 only if a is less than 0 and d is less than 0. Only if a is less than 0 and d is less than 0. When the quadratic expression will be less than 0, only if a less than 0 and d less than 0. Only if a is less than 0 and d is less than 0. Very, very important. Next slide. If d is less than 0, 2 ways will happen. Either a will be greater than 0 or a will be less than 0. If a is greater than 0, ax square plus bx plus c will be greater than 0. If a is less than 0, ax square plus bx plus c, it will be less than 0. Very, very important key point. Please make a note of it. It always remember, sir, you might find this topic difficult, but once you start listening to the classes, once you solve all the models, then confidence will come. Hopefully, I will try my level best. By today night, let us solve at least 40 to 50 good quality questions on quadratic equation and complete these quadratic equations right understanding very, very well. Let this day be dedicated to understanding quadratic equations, the most important topic from algebra. Most of you know that algebra comes close to 30 to 35% of the questions in CAT, and in exact examination it is close to 40% of the questions. Out of 5 questions, 2 questions will come. Out of 10 questions, 3 questions will come. Sure shot, must and should. So I told it in the CAT previous video, right? Strategy video. Algebra, arithmetic, number system, geometry. These 4 topics, if you are damn good in it and you can solve close to 22 to 24 questions out of 34 questions with 90% accuracy, you will definitely get greater than 95 percentile in the CAT examination. Something which I observed based on last 19 years of CAT examinations. Remember, I am not here to teach you concepts, I am also here to strategize and give you with a statistical evidence how you should prepare for these examination. It is like a coach telling to it. It is like the match between a South Africa and an Australia. Australia scored 434 runs and everybody thought that right, Australia will win the match, and during the break time, South African coach Jack Qualis, Wright Smith all came together and said, we have got a good chance of winning the match. Don't look at this match as a 50-over match. Look at this match as a 10-over match. Every 10 overs we should try to achieve close to 90 runs. So if first 10 overs we are close to 90, next 10 overs we are close to 90, then the last 10 overs if we got wickets, then there are good chances we can make it happen. And so beautifully Anthony said that, and the way the captain has encouraged his team members to believe that they are better than the best. He told Mukhya Anthony while going it, when you are playing a cricket match, have you seen some people in the pavilion calling that you are a black guy, and you always wanted to prove them wrong by your deeds. Now prove them that you are not only an amazing bowler, but you are someone who can score that 1 run and give it to the batsman who can score well. The way he scored 1 run and gave it to the wicket keeper at that point of a time, he got a standing ovation from the people who called him as the black guy, right, and everything. This is something which I wanted to teach each and every student. It does not matter what you do not have in your life. You can write a list of things which you can lack in your life and crib about it, or write a list of things which you did it in spite of all the odds. It does not matter what you do not have in your life. What matters is what you do with what you have in your life. Arnold can start cribbing that I do not have a great accent, and people started commenting on him, saying that with such a strong Russian accent, you can never make it in Hollywood. He said that I will forget about my area of improvement. I will concentrate on people recognizing me not because of my voice, but because of my muscles. And he went on to become Mr. Universe, and he is one of the most respected Hollywood actors. You can keep cribbing about so many things, right? That's what I was telling my friends the other day, right? Always you should remember the moments which you did it. Whenever you are low, close your eyes and remember that moments which you made it happen. If you have made it good in the past, there are good chances that you will make it in the future. In each one of our lives, there are ups and downs. There are sad and angry moments. There are happy and depressive moments. Should you worry about your moments and start diluting your preparation? Definitely no, sir. Right? It's all about having a belief system. The reason why I am saying it in class is I cannot change your preparation unless I change the belief you got towards preparation. You ought to believe that you can get into IIMs. There is an old age paradigm which says that You see it, you will believe it. But Anil Nair wants to rewrite it. Anil Nair wants to say it to you. You believe in it, then only you will see it. You believe that you can be a student in IIMs. Every part of your body believes that if I work hard, if I don't give up, I can get into IIMs. With all the beliefs that you hold, it is so beautifully said in Bible also. With unshakable belief, if you can look at the mountain and if you can tell to yourself that I can cross the mountain, you can cross it. And Edmund Hillary keep doing this all the time. Edmund used to keep a picture, and I used to say, every year you might grow. Whatever you grow, I will one day cross you. And she went on to become. Start believing in yourself and see the miracles unfolding in your life. A miracle is, for me, something which is hidden within you, and you have to extract it. And the stone has to become a statue. A rock has to become a statue. A sculptor, you are the sculptor of your life. Make a note of this point. Start believing in yourself, put hard work, everything can be unfolded. Next important key point. It is clear, right? Now we did some fundamentals. Let us do some important problems. Please make a note of some important problems. Make a note of these important problems. Make a note of these important. I will take exact questions, sir. Please write down, sir. Please write down so that you will understand. Find the minimum value for, find the minimum value for 6x square minus 18x plus 21 divided by 6x square minus 18x plus 17. A CAT replica question. As I told you, I am a teacher who creates a lot of questions based on the way the CAT questions are prepared. Most of the students thought that it is a tough question. It is a tough question. Indeed, it is a tough question if you are not good in basics. If you are not good in basics, these are definitely a tough questions. These are definitely a tough question. Now, how my students should solve the question? Y is 6x square minus 18x plus 21 divided by 6x square minus 18x plus 17. These are nothing but 1 plus 4 by 6x square minus 18x plus 17. Are you all with me? This is minimum. 1 is constant, 4 is constant. This should be maximum. A value is 6, which is greater than 0. D value is b square minus 4ac, which is less than 0. 324, 24 into 17. D less than 0. The graph is going upwards. The graph is going upwards. If the graph is going upwards, I can determine the minimum value. Maximum value is shooting up to infinite. 1 by infinite tends to 0. Y minimum is nothing but 0. It takes hardly 15 to 20 seconds to solve the question if you know this concept. Are you all with me? If you know this concept, you can solve this question very, very easily. I hope it is clear, right? Y is 6x square minus 8x plus 18x plus 21 by 6x square minus 18x plus 17. Y is 1 plus 4 by. This is minimum value. If it is minimum value, the graph is, this should be maximum value. A is greater than 0, D is less than 0. Graph is going upwards. Upwards means we cannot determine maximum value. It is shooting up to plus infinite. Maximum is plus infinite. 1 by infinite tends to 0. So Y minimum will be 0. I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear. I hope the idea is clear. Next one, please write down one more question. One more question. Find the minimum and the maximum value. Find the minimum and the maximum value. Find the minimum and the maximum value for first one, x minus 4 into x minus 6. Y is nothing but x minus 4 into x minus 6, which is x square minus 10x plus 24. This is nothing but x minus 5 whole square minus 1. Are you all with me? Square function x minus 5 whole square, it is always greater than or equivalent to 0. It is equivalent to 0 when x equivalent to 5. So it is greater than 0. What is y minimum value? Y minimum value is minus 1. At what value it is? X equivalent to 5. This is a generally most of the students will solve this method. Method 1. Method 2. Method 2. If you got quadratic expression like this, what is alpha? 4. What is beta? 6. Right? Take the average of this value, alpha plus beta by 2. This is nothing but 10 by 2, which is nothing but 5. At 5 you will get the y minimum value, which is nothing but 5 minus 4 into 5 minus 6. So 1 into minus 1, which is nothing but minus 1. Why we got this one? Because why it is alpha plus b by 2? It is minus b by 2a, right? Alpha is nothing but minus b plus root d by next one. Beta is nothing but minus b plus or minus. If it is plus, it is minus. This is nothing but minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is nothing but alpha plus beta. If I do it, minus b by a, half it. I hope it is clear. It is, I think it should be extremely clear to you. These try not to do it. So x will happen if a is greater than 0 at alpha plus beta by 2. 4 plus 6 by 2, because alpha is minus b plus root d by 2a, beta is minus b minus root d by 2a. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, half is minus b by 2a. Substitute that value in the answer. Let us solve one more question. One more question. X minus 7 into x minus 9. What will be the answer? Answer is nothing but x minimum will be 7 plus 9 by 2, 16 by 2, 8. So y minimum is nothing but 8 minus 7 into 8 minus 9, which is 1 into minus 1. Answer is minus 1. I hope basic level question of foundation it is clear. Now what we will do is, we will solve 2 or 3 questions, then we will start our CAT workshops. Please write down, sir. First question. Just give me 1 minute. I will take the original questions. Just give me few minutes. In case if you got any doubts, please ask. Otherwise, take these 4 to 5 questions. All are based on maxima and minima and everything. Questions, please write down. First one, find the range of m. Find the range of m such that, this is the original exact question, sir. So I am just looking at that question. Yes, we got it. Very, very good question. Please take down this question. Find the 5 questions which we will solve. Find the range of m. Find the range of m such that, find the range of m such that mx square plus 3x plus 4 divided by x square plus 2x plus 2 is less than 5. is less than 5. Please put a star mark, sir. This is exact question. Xavier admission test. Find the range of m such that mx square plus 3x plus 4. First thing, if a rational function a by b is there, if it is less than 0, that means a can be positive, b can be negative, or a can be negative, b can be positive. A can be negative, b can be positive. B can be positive. Cross multiplication should be strictly be avoided. Please do not do cross multiplication. Should not be done. Cross multiplication should not be done because it depends upon the B nature. B is negative, A is positive. B is positive, A is negative. So what we'll do is mx square plus 3x plus 4 by x square plus 2x plus 2 minus 5, it is less than 0. This is nothing but m minus 5 into x square. 3x square minus 10x, which is minus 7x. 4 minus 10, which is minus 6, divided by x square plus 2x plus 2. It is less than 0. I hope it is clear. Now that whatever we discussed will be useful. You see here, a value is 1 greater than 0. D value is nothing but b square minus 4ac. 4 minus 8. It is less than 0. A greater than 0. D less than 0. That means expression is positive. Denominator definitely it should be positive. Denominator it is positive. Denominator positive means what should be numerator? Numerator should be negative. Are you all with me? Denominator positive means numerator should be negative. Directly don't conclude that numerator is less than 0 by cross multiplying. That's a mathematical blunder. I hope it is clear. Now see here. So numerator is less than 0. This will be m minus 5 into x square minus 7x minus 6 less than 0. Then what we discussed? Ax square plus bx plus c less than 0. That means a is less than 0 and d is less than 0. M minus 5 is less than 0. M less than 5 and discriminant b square minus 4ac minus 4 into m minus 5 into m minus 6 less than 0. 49 plus 24 into m minus 5 less than 0. 24m, it is less than 71. M is less than 71 by 24, which is close to 3. Any value less than 3 is also less than 5. So what is the range of m? Range of m is nothing but m is less than 71 by 24. I hope this idea is clear. Kindly reply in the live chat if this idea is clear to you. Is this idea clear to you? Is the idea clear to you? Kindly reply. Is the idea clear to you? Right? So I think the minimum question, previous question, it is 1. I made a mistake. Please make a note of it. In the previous question, there is an calculation mistake. Y is x minus 7 into x minus 9. We got minimum value of x at 8. 8 minus 7 into 8 minus 9. It is 1 into minus 1. Where they are, okay. Which question they are referring? Not this question. Please make a note of it. Y minimum it is 1. I hope it is clear, right? This is clear. First question. Please take one more question. One more question. Right? These are all the various models of questions that comes in your examination. Then we will start. That another is y is nothing but x square plus kx minus x plus 9. This graph lies above x-axis. Lies above x-axis. Find the range of k. Find the range of k. So if the graph is lying above x-axis, already we discussed the graph is lying above x-axis, y will be greater than 0. Y is greater than 0 when a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0. So 1 is greater than 0. B square is k minus 1, which is nothing but k minus 1 whole square minus 4 into 9, 36 less than 0. K minus 1 square minus 6 square less than 0. K minus 1 plus 6, k minus 1 minus 6 less than 0. So it is k plus 5 into k minus 7 less than 0. Answer is minus 5 less than k less than 7. I hope this idea is clear. Minus 5 less than k less than 7. Idea is clear, right? Now, k minus 5 less than k less than 7. Idea is clear. Now what we will do is, now one more question, last question before we start our workshop. Please take down. Again, it is a beautiful CAT question, sir. If alpha is secant square theta, beta is cosecant square theta, a quadratic equation may be. This is how the CAT replica questions are created. You will slowly understand the beauty of these CAT examination, right? If you prepare for CAT examination, any other aptitude examination will be cakewalk for you. It's all about knowing the variety of questions. X square minus 4x plus 2 equivalent to 0. X square minus x plus 5 equivalent to 0. Now if you see here, the quadratic equation, maybe he is asking sum of the roots. Sum of the roots is secant square theta plus cosecant square theta. This is 1 by cos square theta plus 1 by sin square theta. This is 1 by sin square theta cos square theta. This is again nothing but secant square theta and cosecant square theta. Sum of the roots is equivalent to product of the roots. Sum of the roots should be equivalent to product of the roots. C and D are over. Now if you observe sum of the roots, it is nothing but secant square theta plus cosecant square theta. This is 1 plus tan square theta plus 1 plus cot square theta. 1 plus 1 is 2. Tan square theta and cot square theta. Cot square theta is 1 by tan square theta. Variable and its reciprocal. Minimum value will always be 2. So 2 plus 2. That means sum of the roots should be greater than or equivalent to 4. Product of the roots also should be greater than or equivalent to 4. See how beautifully a quadratic equation foundation question can be given in a CAT paper. He is just asking you to tell which one is the quadratic equation by giving the roots as secant square theta and a cosecant square theta. 1 by cos square theta, 1 by sin square theta, which is secant square theta, cosecant square theta. Sum of the roots is equivalent to product of the roots. So 1 plus tan square theta, 1 plus cot square theta, 2 plus 2 greater than or equivalent to 4. Sum of the roots or the product of the roots will be greater than or equivalent to 4. First answer not possible. Third and fourth is this condition is not being satisfied for C and D. So option for this question is B. Till now, I hope the concepts are clear. Kindly reply in the live chat if everything whatever I discussed is clear to you. Is it clear to you? If it is clear to you, then I will get into the CAT workshop. CAT workshop. Till here, everything it is clear. Now, one thing which I did not discussed. See here, sir. Ax square plus bx plus c. This is f of x. If I do f dash x, it is nothing but 2ax plus b. If I do f double dash x, it is nothing but 2a. That means if a is greater than 0, f double dash x will be greater than 0. Am I right? If A is greater than 0, right, and f dash x equivalent to 0, 2ax plus b equivalent to 0, at x is nothing but minus b by 2a, f of x will have minimum value. F of x will have minimum value if f double dash x is greater than 0 and f dash x is equivalent to 0. So x is equivalent to minus b by 2a. So y minimum value is wherever x is there, substitute minus b by 2a. Minus b by 2a. D is the proof behind it. We will get minus d by 4a. What is d? D is nothing but the b square minus 4ac. D is nothing but b square minus 4ac. Graphs, upward graph, downward graph. I hope it is clear. Oh, some important key points. Please write down before we start our workshop. Otherwise, it might be little difficult for you to understand. Key points. Alpha plus beta equivalent to minus b by a. If alpha beta are equal, but opposite in sign, that means alpha equivalent to minus beta. What will be the condition? B is equivalent to 0. B is equivalent to 0. Alpha beta equivalent to C by A. Alpha beta are reciprocal to each other. Alpha beta are reciprocal to each other. What do you mean by reciprocal to each other? Roots are alpha and 1 by alpha. So these is nothing but C equivalent to A. C equivalent to A. Next one. Alpha beta equivalent to C by A. Alpha beta, the roots are opposite in sign. The roots are opposite in sign. A value is greater than 0. That means opposite in sign is, if alpha is positive, beta will be negative. If alpha is negative, beta will be positive. This will be negative. This is positive. C will be negative. That means if they are opposite in sign, what will be the condition? Condition is C is less than 0. Make a note of these three important key points. If the roots are equal but opposite in sign, B equivalent to 0. Roots are reciprocal. You don't need to remember all these. In box, you can deduce it by using this one. What is there in the bracket? You can deduce it. Third one is extremely important. If the roots are opposite in sign, positive, negative, it will be negative. A is positive, C will be less than 0. C will be less than 0. I hope the idea is clear. Fundamentals we did it. Now we will get into good problem solving. Now, question. Very, very good question, sir. If the minimum value of this expression A is x minus 2 square plus B is x minus 2 plus C, the actual quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c. Now see here, if the graph is like this, the graph is shifted by 2 points. Will the minimum value change? The minimum value will change. Graph is multiplied by, right, something that we will do multiplication little later. Let me start with the relative things. Please write down these points. If the graph is shifted, right, by shifted, the minimum value of the graph does not change. Minimum value of the graph does not change. I hope this example is clear. Suppose if it is 1, 3, D is at 2 comma 5. The graph is just tilted. The graph is shifted by 2 units. If the graph is shifted, right, the minimum value of the graph does not change. Minimum value of the graph does not change. The minimum value of the graph does not change. So what we will do is, we will take the simple example, x square minus 5x plus 6. It is nothing but x minus 2 into x minus 3 with 0. So y minimum is, or we will take one more simple example. Y is x square minus 4x plus 7. This is nothing but x square minus 4x plus 4 plus 3. Y is x minus 2 whole square plus 3. Y is x minus 2 whole square plus 3. Now if you see, if it is x square plus 3, x square plus 3, another quadratic expression. What is the minimum value of this graph? It is 3. What is the minimum value of this graph? It is also 3. X is just shifted by 2 units. I hope why I took this example, it is clear to you. The graph is just shifted. If the graph is shifted, the minimum value will not change. So answer for this question is 8. Put a star mark on this question. People will think that it is a difficult question. It is an easy question if you understand it. The minimum value for this is 3 at x equivalent to 0. The minimum value it is 3 at x equivalent to 2. It is just shifting of the graph to 2 units. Shifting does not alter the minimum value. Next one, another cat level question. If the equation x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0, right? So alpha beta is nothing but qr. Alpha plus beta is nothing but minus p. X square plus qx plus pr equivalent to 0, right? Alpha gamma is nothing but pr. Alpha plus gamma is nothing but minus q. What is the common root? Let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. We have understood the question, right? Then the sum and product of their other roots. Then the sum and the product of their other roots. He is asking what is beta plus gamma, and he is asking what is beta gamma. This is the question. This is the question. If alpha is a root, it will satisfy the equation alpha square plus p alpha plus qr equivalent to 0. Alpha is also the common root for the second equation. Alpha square plus q alpha plus pr equivalent to 0. Plus pr equivalent to 0. Subtracting alpha square minus alpha square. P minus q into alpha plus q minus p into r equivalent to 0. So these are nothing but p minus q into alpha equivalent to minus p minus q into r. P minus q into r. P minus q, it is cancelled. Alpha is nothing but r. Alpha is nothing but r. I hope it is clear. So p is not equivalent to q. So it should be given in the question that p is not equivalent to q. Right? So pp, even if it is not given, answer will not change. Anyway, it is product of other roots, right? So it will not change. So what is that we got? P minus q into alpha equivalent to p. Alpha is nothing but r. Now once alpha is nothing but r, x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. Alpha plus beta are product of the roots, we will do it. Product of the roots. So alpha beta, it is nothing but qr. Alpha, how much we got? We got r. So beta is nothing but q over. Similarly, x square plus qx plus pr equivalent to 0. Gamma, alpha gamma is nothing but PR. So D is nothing but P. D is also over. Then the sum of their roots and sum of their other roots and product of their other roots. So what is that? It is given. So it is nothing but sum of their roots. Sum of their roots, other roots is nothing but beta plus gamma and beta gamma. These is nothing but PQ. These is nothing but BQ. P plus beta plus gamma, which is nothing but P plus Q, which is nothing but P plus Q. If alpha square is R square plus PR plus QR equivalent to 0, R common, R plus, I hope it is clear, right? R plus sum of their roots, alpha R plus P plus Q equivalent to 0. So P plus Q is nothing but minus R. So what are the answers we got? Minus R and PQ. Easy question. Minus R and PQ. Just an observation, we will get this answer. Just an observation, we will get this answer. Now, let x1, x2 be the roots of the equation. That means x1 plus x2, sum of the roots, it is 3. Product of the roots, x1, x2 is equivalent to C by A, P by 1. Then x3, x4, x3 plus x4, it is the sum of the roots, which is 12. Product of the roots, x3, x4, it is nothing but Q. x1, x2, x3, x4 form an increasing GP. Increasing GP. x1 A, x2 AR, x3 is nothing but AR square, x4 is nothing but AR cube. That means, right, this is clear. x1 plus x2 equivalent to 3. A plus AR is nothing but 3. Next one, x3 plus x4, AR square plus AR cube is nothing but 12. This is nothing but R square. A plus AR is nothing but 12. So R square is nothing but 4. R is plus or minus 2. So let me take R value 2. If R value is 2, this will become A plus 2A equivalent to 3. 3A is equivalent to 3. A value is nothing but 1. So what is that we require? x1, x2 we require x3, x4. What is x1 and x2? x1 and x2 is A into AR. What is x3 into x4? AR square into AR cube. So these is nothing but A square R. A square R is 1 square into 2. P value is 2. These both are out. Q is nothing but R power 5, 2 power 5, 32. 32. P is 2, Q is 32. R minus 2 I have not taken because in the question it is given that it is an increasing GP. I hope the idea is clear. Each and every question listen carefully, sir. Don't be surprised if you get the similar kind of questions in your mock paper and in your CAT paper. I hope the idea it is clear. Third one. Fourth one. AX plus. This is a very time consuming question. Time consuming question. The reason behind this time consuming question is there is also an option all of this. Otherwise I would have substituted A value 1, C value, something which satisfies the question and check it out. But it is, question could be all of this. So AX plus BY equivalent to 1. BY equivalent to 1 minus AX. Y is nothing but 1 minus AX by B. CX square plus D into 1 minus AX by B whole square equivalent to 1. You will get a quadratic equation. You will get a quadratic equation. It has got only one solution. Discriminant equivalent to 0. From this you will get the answer as all of this. Sum this, you will get the answer of all of this. Or probably if you can find the values of if you can find the value of a, b, c, d, x, y such that the equation is satisfied, then this problem might become very, very easy. One is the standard model, another is the substitution model. Try to find out that value of a, b, c, d, x and y which will satisfy this equation. Question number 4. I hope it is clear. Question number 5. If alpha, beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, gamma, delta are the roots of the quadratic equation, what we will do is, we will take p as -2 and q as 2. I will tell you why am I doing like this. X square minus 2x plus 1 equivalent to 0. X minus 1 whole square equivalent to 0. Alpha is 1, beta is 1. Q is 2. X square plus 2x plus 1 equivalent to 0. X plus 1 whole square equivalent to 0. That means gamma is -1, delta is -1. Are you all with me? Why am I doing the substitution method? In algebra, when you will do substitution method, we will do substitution method when the question contains variables and answer contains variables. Substitute alpha 1, beta 1, gamma -1, delta -1 in this equation. So, alpha minus gamma, 1 minus of -1, 1 minus of -1. Substitute it, get the answer. Substitute P and Q values, get the answer. That will be the answer. Answer for this question is C, Q square minus B square. I hope you can do it. Take the values of alpha, beta, gamma, delta, substitute in the question. Take the value of P and Q, substitute. I made it very easy by substituting P equivalent to -2, Q equivalent to 2. I hope it is clear, because I will get the values which are equal, which will simplify that values. Remember, in this fifth question, if the question contains variables, answer contains variable, substitution method can be used in algebra. Make a note of it in your notebook. Make a note of it in your notebook. Now, 6x square minus 6x plus 1 equivalent to 0. Alpha plus beta, which is nothing but minus b by a, minus of -6 by 6, which is nothing but 1. Product of the roots, which is nothing but 1 by 6. Product of the roots, which is nothing but 1 by 6. Clearly in the equation I can see half of a plus a is 2a plus b into alpha plus beta I need to determine, which I already got it. C into alpha square plus beta square I need to determine. D into alpha cube plus beta cube I need to determine. That means this I know, this I need to determine, this I need to determine. Simple substitution. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. Substitute it. Alpha cube plus beta cube is alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Substitute here and check with the answer option. Anything which involves too much of counting, you please do it on your own. Whatever the answer that you get it, that itself is the answer. That itself is the answer. I hope the idea is clear. Here substitute alpha square plus beta square. Here substitute alpha cube plus beta cube. Anything which is just blind substitution, right? You please do it. I don't want to waste my time doing calculation. My time and your time are precious. X equivalent to root of 2 plus root of 2 plus root of 2 and something. This is nothing but x. X equivalent to root of 2 plus x. Check which value left hand side is equivalent to right hand side. First option, x equivalent to root of 2 plus 2. 2 equivalent to 2, satisfied. Satisfied. It cannot be 0. Why it cannot be 0? It is clearly showing that it is root of 2 plus something. Answer has to be greater than 0. Answer has to be greater than 0. I hope it is clear. Seventh one. It cannot be 4. If you do approximation 1.4, 3.4, root 3, it is less than, right, 4, you are getting it. I hope it is clear. Next one. If sin alpha, cos alpha are the roots of the equation, that means what you do is, please, sin alpha and cos alpha are the roots of these equation. Alpha, these are the identities. Identity means any value it will satisfy. Make alpha equivalent to 90 degrees. That means what are the roots of the equation? Sin 90 degrees and cos 90 degrees. These is nothing but 1 and 0. Alpha is nothing but 1. Beta is nothing but 0. So, alpha plus beta is nothing but minus b by a. So, it is nothing but right. So, here I hope it is clear. So, we got this value. If I substitute this value in the equation, x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equivalent to 0. This is nothing but x square minus x equivalent to 0. A value it is 1, B value it is minus 1, C value it is 0. A1, B minus 1, C is 0. Where it is satisfying, let us see. Option 1, a square 1 minus b square plus 0, 0 equivalent to 0. It is satisfying. Second one, a plus c whole square, 1 plus c whole square equivalent to minus 1 square plus 0 square. It is also satisfying. Both A and B. Again I am telling you, question contains variables. Question contains variables. Answer contains variables. Substitution is the best method. I want this idea to be there in your mind. Question contains variables. Answer contains variables. Alpha is nothing but a variable. It is an angle. It can vary. So what I did is I substituted some value. Don't substitute alpha 45, beta 40, alpha 45 and complicate your answer. Just by looking at it, you are getting the answer as option number A. I hope the idea it is clear. Next one. The value of k for which the equation are of opposite sign. What is a value? A value is 3, which is greater than 0. It is greater than 0. This has got roots. Roots means it is touching the axis. It is touching the axis. Discriminant will be greater than 0. I hope it is clear. Roots means it will touch the axis. Now alpha beta is nothing but c by a. Roots are opposite sign. If it is positive, this will be negative. If this is negative, this will be positive. Alpha beta will be less than 0. A is positive. That is exactly why I specified the key point. C will be less than 0. C will be less than 0. What is C? C is nothing but k square minus 3k plus 2. It is nothing but less than 0. K minus 1 into k minus 2. It is less than 0. Less than means k lies between the values 1 less than k less than 2. 1 less than k less than 2. Take some random values, for example k 1.5, and check it out whether discriminant is greater than 0. Right? If it is greater than 0, then the answer is 1, 2. If the roots are opposite in sign, what is the condition? C less than 0. Key point number 3, which I specified in the foundation concepts. C is less than 0. So answer for this question is 1 less than k less than 2. I hope the idea it is clear. Next one. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation a is less than 0, then alpha square by beta plus beta square by alpha. Alpha square by beta and beta square by alpha. These is nothing but alpha beta. These is nothing but alpha cube plus beta cube. This is nothing but alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta by alpha beta. So alpha plus beta, it is nothing but minus 3 by a, right? And alpha beta, it is nothing but 2 by a. If I substitute it, it is nothing but minus 27 by a cube minus 3 into alpha beta is 2 by a, alpha plus beta is minus 3 by a divided by alpha beta is 2 by a. Now you know how to solve, because a square is always greater than or equivalent to 0. Take a square common, remaining values you will get some function. So let me help you out. Minus into minus plus. So this is nothing but minus 27 by a cube plus 18 by a square, which divided by 2 by a, which is nothing but minus 27 plus 18a by a cube divided by 2 by a, which I will get 18 square. I hope it is clear. I hope from this you will get this answer. A is less than 0. So a square will be greater than 0. So if a is less than 0, what will be the value? Please find it out. I think some foundation of the question is find the range of a or find the minimum value of a. Something is missing in this question, right? We will see it in, it could be a typing error. So what I got, minus 27 plus 18a we got. So just check it out, what is the minimum value of a, like that. I hope the idea is clear. Or probably what you can do is, I think you can take some value of a and find out the value of alpha cube. That will be elementary question. Find the minimum value of a. Something is missing in this question, which I will get back in the second class. I will solve this question again with what is missing, right? Next one. If the roots of the equation, if the roots are real, discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. If the discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0, b square minus 4ac is greater than or equivalent to 0. So minus 4 square minus 4 into ac, ac is minus log a cube greater than or equivalent to 0. So it is nothing but 16 minus 4 AC, 16 plus 4 into log a base 3 greater than or equivalent to 0, greater than or equivalent to 0. This is nothing but 16 is greater than or equivalent to minus 4 into log a base 3, minus 4 greater than or equivalent to log a base 3. Log a base 3 is less than or equivalent to minus 4. A is less than or equivalent to 3 power minus 4. 1 by 81. 1 by 81. I hope it is clear. I hope it is clear. So what is the minimum value? Minimum value is 1 by 81, 1 by 81. Directly you can do it. A is 1 by 81. 1 by 81 is 3 power minus 4. 16 minus 16, it will be equivalent to 0. Very simple question of discriminant greater than or equivalent to 0. See, this is what I am saying. There are lot of cat replica questions that will come. 2x square minus of, it can give any complicated equation, minus of 8 cube plus 8a minus 1 into x plus a square minus 4a equivalent to 0. Alpha beta, it is c by a. That means c should be less than 0 because it is negative, d is positive. That means a square minus 4a, it is less than 0. A into a minus 4 less than 0. 0 less than a less than 4. Answer for this question is 0 less than a less than 4. C less than 0 is the condition for the roots to be in opposite in sign. for the roots to be in opposite in sign, this will be the condition. 12th, I hope it is clear. 12th, I hope it is clear. Still there are 13, 14. Let me see how many more questions are there. There are lot of good questions are there. If more than 40 questions are there, we can complete in the next, I think 40 are there. Exactly in the second session, close to 25 plus questions, we can cover it up easily. 13 questions we have solved with respect to fundamentals. Now it is 11:10. Again we will resume the class from 1 to 3 p.m. and we will complete algebra workshop 2, covering all the problems. Even if I complete it, few problems it will be pending. Remaining all the questions we will complete it from 1 to 3 p.m. We will meet again at 1 p.m. for the algebra workshop 2. I will try my level best to take 6 hours class today and based on algebra workshops. In case if you are someone who is preparing for CAT officially, from tomorrow we are starting an online live classes for the CAT batch. Interested students, right, can watch the video which I kept it in the YouTube channel, right? So all the classes, only there will be a separate course that will be created and the classes will be watched only by them. All the classes I am only going to take. In case if you want the further details, you can contact me. Again we will meet at 1 to 3 p.m. 6 hours I will try to take today and I will take 3 workshops for the CAT students. Thanks a lot for listening to the class. Right, please like and subscribe our video in case if you are enjoying these CAT specific workshops, and it gives me motivation for me to take a lot of free videos. We will catch up again. Thank you.